Ha ha ha. Hear ye, this is Lord Potato. Coming here with what if Asta was a reincarnation or was Blackbeard? Or what? Yeah, I think so. Was Blackbeard Part 2. Now, I know it's been 4 months since the last time I uploaded this. Yada yada yada, I know, yeah. Y'all can hate me for whatever bullshit, I don't care. Let me just do Part 2. Let me first go into a recap, so yeah. So you can know what the fuck happened last time, but yeah. Now, before I go on, I want to say one thing. I was going to upload this yesterday. The problem is, I instead kind of went to upload like stuff on my second channel. Mostly like 3 videos. I uploaded like a video a while ago. But yeah. But not the point. So I'm here with part 2 of this what if, but yeah. Now, I should mention that I am having to go to school later on because they didn't cancel school because it's not icy or snowing. Literally, they said it was going to be snowing where I was going to live, and it doesn't snow at all. Or even ice. So I'm pissed. So, of course, I'm going to have to do this what if real quick, and then go on with my life, and then, yeah. And then come back and probably go on with another what if for my second channel, but not the point. Let me go on with this what if. Let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, I should also mention that the what ifs I'm going to be finishing for right now are this. So this what if is I'm going to be finishing. What if Naruto was trained by samurais and assassins? What if Naruto had abilities of panda? What if Naruto was a reincarnation of okay, I can never say his name. What if Asta was the son of Kage? And this what if, and also, well, this other what if. What if Naruto was a reincarnation of Benjimaru, Shigaraki, and, well, Davi. So yeah, those are kind of the what ifs I'm going to be trying to finish for the next couple of weeks, or just the couple of days coming. But not the point. Let me go into this what if. Let me shut the fuck up. And let me go on the recap, okay? Wait, let me get a drink. But yeah, let me begin. So, what happened? Well, last time was, well, went to kind of bring the kind of letter towards the people to kind of still have money and get around whatever loan or something. Of course, well, was actually attacked by an older man to try to get his necklace, his little gem necklace or whatever. But of course, this is where the older man got a claw in his eye, of course, by a younger kid. He was similar the same age as but of course, this kid had his eyes, well, wide, and of course, mostly he seems not to be sleeping. He has what they call whitish hair, and of course, where his whitish hair, his eyes are a dark green, and of course, where, well, the older man tries to attack, this younger kid, and this younger kid is none other than Asta. Asta uses a bit of Conqueror's Hawking to knock him out, but yeah. Of course, where went back home. Of course, tell Father Orsius and what happened. Father Orsius went to kind of go look for the kid, found the kid. Of course, asked if the kid wanted to live with them. Of course, he said no, but until Father Orsius offered some food, the kid just relentless kind of had it to go, but yeah, because he was hungry. Of course, where Sister Lily was the only one kind to him. Well, everyone was kind to him. It's just mostly also took a liking towards Sister Lily, like a mother figure, but yeah. Since his original mother kind of died in an incident, but not the point. Of course, Asta, he kind of, when he was growing up, he kind of saw kind of talking to a girl with reddish hair. Her name was Catherine. Of course, she was able to use blood magic, but yeah. Of course, Asta didn't really care in what did, because was more outgoing and kind of more of an external than an introvert, or whatever. Mostly, Asta was the introvert because he kicked literally out of his dark spot because he didn't care. Of course, Asta kind of met a girl with blondish hair and also met a girl with bluish hair. One was named Junko, one was named Estef. Estef is a crazy battle maniac, lust for battle, who always asks Asta to fight her because clearly Asta had magic, even though people call him magicless because he didn't show off his magic. His magic contains of, 2, maybe 3, but not the point. His 2 magics are, one is darkness and one is earthquake. Now, of course, he doesn't really use his magic way often, but instead uses a power to literally knock people out with just a glance. Of course, no one actually knows what he's using, but yeah. Of course, that's not the point. This is where, he went to kind of well, when he became 15, or mostly 16, when all of them became 16, was not the tallest. He was actually 5'7", while Asta was actually 5'8". This is where, well, Katarina was actually the height of 5'6". This is where similar height of, but yeah, 5'6". Of course, this is where Junko was 5'6.5", but yeah. This is where, well, Estef was actually 5'7", and of course, where, well, they actually went to get the grimoires. Now, of course, everyone was getting their grimoires. This is where got a 4-leaf grimoire, Estef got a 4-leaf grimoire, Katarina got a 5-leaf grimoire, and even Junko got a 5-leaf grimoire. This is where, well, Asta was very mostly intent that his grimoire never came. But this is where, well, his grimoire came after a while. This is where a crack, what's it called, riff, like a crackle riff. And of course, like, mostly the air was cracking, and of course, darkness was seeping through it. Of course, this is where a grimoire appears, kind of showing to be a 5-leaf grimoire. Now, the 5-leaf grimoire was like a bluish, like a dark, ferocious blue-purple color, but yeah. And the grimoire itself was kind of like this darkness emitting off of it, but also having these like broken, like these cracks around the book also, like if it was like an earthquake, but yeah. This is where, well, he grabs a book and noticed that, well, yeah, interesting, but yeah. Of course, he didn't really bother to kind of fight against Renji, the guy with chains. Of course, the reason why he wasn't bothered to actually fight him is because and Catherine was the only ones captured, but didn't need his grimoire to literally blast this man straight to hell. And Catherine actually managed to take control of the chains because when piercing her or attacking her or just getting her blood in general, she can easily control you instead, or control your magic, whatever it touches. But yeah, that's just her blood magic. This is where Renji felt sad, but this is where he then get hit by an ice slice by a crazy battle maniac lustful female who was named Asta. And of course, Junko was the one to make him feel kind of sad, but also get kind of defeated easily by 4 children. Now, of course, this is where, well, really not 4 children. He ran past, well, Asta, but Asta did use his darkness to pull him back and then hit him with an earthquake punch to knocking his lights the fuck out. This is where, well, literally in the middle, what's it called, a figure speech, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta didn't care and of course was trying to walk away until, well, mostly Asta was trying to press him into fighting her, but of course, where, well, Asta didn't fight her because, well, he didn't care. He literally doesn't care about fighting. Well, he does, it's just, he's not that bloodlust or thirsty to fight anyone. Of course, where, well, he's just doesn't care about anyone. This is where, well, Junko managed to bring Estef back to the house, but yeah, while Katarina and also, went to kind of just walk around, but yeah. Of course, the month kind of came, mostly 3 months later, but mostly it was 1 month later for Asta because he kind of met Fanzel and Mariona and destroyed some of the Diamond Magic Knights. Of course, after that, he kind of went, well, into a training, but really he wasn't training that much. He did train a little bit there and there, just a little bit to kind of get his magic improve a lot much better. But he was still mostly laid back. That's where, well, we go to 3 months later, but yeah. Of course, it's now for all 5 of them to go into an adventure. Mostly actually dragging Asta along. Now, of course, he's dragging him by using wind magic because Asta was asleep. He didn't want to wake up, so had to kind of use wind magic. But yeah. Junko is just kind of giggling a little bit, but yeah, it's where Katarina is also giggling, mostly seeing Asta really not wanting to go. Literally, Asta even did claw the ground using his weapon to like stab the ground when they managed to like just lay down for a second because they were tired a little bit by kind of walking towards the capital. And of course, when realized one thing, when he tried to pick up Asta using wind magic, Asta was on the ground. Well, having a weapon stuck into the ground to make sure that he doesn't leave this area no more. This is where, well, says, "Come on, Asta! Stop being such a baby!" This is where Asta says, "Baby? Bruh, you're the little brat who literally cried every time when we were younger." This is where, well, says, "No, that wasn't me." Katarina starts giggling more, just laughing a lot. This is where, well, say, "No, that wasn't me, that was him." This is where, well, he tries to blame it on Asta, but Asta says, yeah. Asta gets up and say, "Fine, I'll be walking to a capital. Don't worry, I will fail the capital test." This is where he grabs, shoulders. This is where, well, Yuno says, wait, what? This is where, well, Asta says, let's go. He starts walking. Junko kind of walks beside him, but yeah. And this is where SF is kind of also beside him. Right now, just having this very lustful grin. So right now, just fighting, but yeah. She is kind of like a battle maniac. This is where, well, they go to the capital. And of course, when they get to the capital, they are enrolling. Now, of course, Yuno shows his 4-leaf grimoire. People are shocked when they see SF grimoire. Also, 4-leaf. They go also shocked. They almost face plant to the ground instantly. This is where, well, when they look into the other 3, mostly they have 5-leaf grimoires. Mostly what's it called? Junko has a 5-leaf, Asa has a 5-leaf, and well, Kurumi has a 5-leaf. But yeah, this is where, well, did I say that she had a 5-leaf or a 4-leaf? I'm gonna just say 5-leaf. Yeah. Now, of course, the where, well, they kind of go on to kind of go on the whole, what's it called? Battle of the Magic Knights, whatever bullshit thing. Of course, where, well, the similar test kind of happens, but I'm gonna just kind of go through it because I don't remember, so I might have to just make up some of them. So the first one was kind of going on the broom. This is where Asta literally didn't care about going on the broom. He literally wanted to fail. This is where, well, Yuno scream at him saying, you better fucking get on that broom. Asta says, fine. This is where, well, Asta gets on the broom and he's literally just flying on the broom. Or mostly laying on it and taking a nap. This is where, well, it's just flying around. This is where people are just shocked and dumbfounded. Junko is just giggling and laughing at the people that can't even fly, but yeah. And even some of the nobles are kind of struggling, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuno is on top of the broom, literally just still like surfing it, but yeah, like a retro cannon. Estef is on the broom mostly sitting and she doesn't really care. And this is where, well, Kurumi is kind of like surfing also next to Yuno and kind of giggling with him, but yeah, they're kind of like playing. And this is where, well, people are just dumbfounded with their magic. Now, of course, next it's kind of making what they call like a ball of magic and then throwing it towards a target. 3 targets. This is where Yuno hits him all at once using wind spears. This is where mostly ice spears happen with Estef. Junko, she managed to make what's it called these like little balls of mana and just toss them at what's called the, well, the targets, and they literally explode and devoured it. And of course, next is Kurumi, and Kurumi just kind of activates her blood magic to easily stab through the target. This is where when Asta looks at this, Asta says, do I have to? This is where Yuno says, Asta, try. This is where Asta says, fine. This is where Asta says, darkness, darkness, dial. Darkness sputs from the underworld. This is where darkness, like, pools of darkness appears around the targets, and they just stab through them. This is where ripping through the targets instantly. This is where everyone pales. This is where, well, Asta says, well, that was interesting. Fine, you want me to try, Yuno, or what? Yes. Stop whining like a little kid. Says the one who was literally crying like a baby when you were like at least, how should I say, 8 years old. This is where, well, Yuno says, shut up. This is where, well, Asta says, yeah. No, I'm not. This is where, well, we go into the next battles. Mostly the next match is, well, next kind of, before the fights happen, the next type of kind of magical kind of test was to make how much mana you have entirely. This is where, well, they go up to Yuno, and Yuno has like tons of mana when they go into a crystal ball. He has like, there was a number, there was like a, like, what's it called, 100, well, not 100,000, like 50,000 he has. This is where a lot of people are like down bad for how much mana he has. This is where, well, SF had only 45,000 still, it was still a lot, but 5,000 less than Yuno's. Junko has, what's it called, 45,000 also. People are down, just shocked. Kurumi had at least 47, close to Yuno's. And when Asta goes up to it, he kind of just like slaps the thing and says, done. This is where it has 0. But of course, people are confused. And this is where Yuno says, don't slap it, at least touch it. This is where, well, everyone kind of noticed, yeah, slapping it was a dumbass idea. But yeah, Asta decides to put his hand over the, what's it called, ball. This is where the numbers started kind of going up, just passing 50,000. And this is where, well, it went past 50,000 and the ball was literally cracking past 50,000 because it was keep going up. Everyone will wind their eyes how much mana he has. This is where it stops at 1,000,000 and then the ball just crashes. This is where, well, Asta says, damn, I only use 10% of that. I am blessed with a lot of mana, don't you think? This is where, well, everyone says, the fuck? This is where all of them almost pass the fuck out because Asta has just tons of fucking mana. This is where, well, everyone says, oh hell no. This is where, well, the reason why and everyone else kind of had like 50 or something K or something like that was because they still don't have their mana fully in control. Asta has his mana fully controlled somewhat. Not entirely. He thought he only put 10%, but it was a little bit more than that. This is where, well, Asta says, I should really train my mana, shouldn't I? Yeah, who gives a fuck? This is where, well, we go into the battles next, and this is where Yuno was about to fight Asta, but instead of Noble decided to fight against Yuno. This is where Yuno was actually angry and pissed the fuck off. This is where, well, wait. This is where when the Noble says, ha, you won't be able to defeat me, commoner. This is where, well, Yuno say, shut the fuck up. Wind tornado. Boom, he is gone. This is where, well, he's like literally throwing out the whole fucking stadium and went into a building. This is where everyone wanted their eyes and shut the fuck up against Yuno. This is where, well, Yuno was about to ask Asta to fight, but this is where Asta then got to call that whole haha guy, still kind of thinking that Asta won't be anything towards him. This is where Asta says, okay, Mr. Haha Guy. This is where Haha Guy says, my name is this, not Haha Guy. This is where, well, Asta says, yeah, Haha Guy. I don't care. This is where the guy says, haha, look at my powerful barrier magic. This is where everyone kind of noticed. It's powerful, yeah. This is where, well, Asta says, darkness, know me. Well, he doesn't say darkness, know me. He says, darkness, black hole, pool. This is where he pulls the guy out of his barrier and literally struck him with such a powerful quake punch that this man is knocked the fuck out. He is in the hospital for days. This is where, well, he's blacked out. Okay. But of course, we go into Asta, who fought against some rich, kind of spoiled noble girl who easily got pierced with multiple ice spears around her body. Yeah, this is where she passed out from bloodlust. This is where Katarine kind of went against someone. She sent only one blood symbol from her finger, and this is where the person was paralyzed for days. He could never move ever again. This is where when it was Junko literally fought against this noble girl by just kind of manipulating her emotions. Manipulating into sadness, depression, and literally just kind of attempting suicide. This is where, well, the girl literally killed herself. But yeah, most of the noble girl. This is where Junko says, well, she died. This is where, well, she says so casually and happy. And this is where everyone just got scared of her. This is where, well, Asta just chuckles going, This is where, well, Junko blushes a little bit, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta says, that was pretty good, Junko. This is where, well, Asta says, what about me? Well, Battle Maniac, you did pretty good and also just stabbing her. Well, it would have been better just to freeze her to just in an ice globe or whatever. This is where ice globe, whatever the hell it is. This is where Asta says, yeah, whatever, I don't need your suggestions. This is where Asta says, then why do you ask me in the first place? This is where she says, because nothing. This is where she looked away, kind of blushing a little bit with this tint of blue. But yeah. This is where, well, Junko kind of giggles a little bit. Already noticed her sister are kind of falling in love for Asta. But yeah. This is where, well, we go into the whole, well, next Magic Knight Captains. This is where when Yuno comes up, every Magic Knight Captain picks their, well, mostly raises their hands. And this is where, well, Yuno picks the Golden Dawn. This is where, well, when SF goes, this is where SF picks the Blue Rose. Because she kind of likes, what's it called, well, mostly a female faction full of, like, strong female warriors. And she knows that Char is very strong. This is where, well, she picks that one. This is where, well, she then looks to Junko, who Junko was kind of, their hands were rise up. Mostly a couple people rise up their hands, like, what's it called, Char? And also Yami. This is where, well, Junko does notice that her magic isn't as powerful as everyone else. She's not, like, able to use, like, fancy magic. She had to use mana to literally attack targets for far away range. So, of course, she decided to pick the Black Bulls. Because the Black Bulls mostly is supposed to, like, the dark sheep of everyone. So, of course, she decided to pick them. Because her magic is odd. Of course, this is where SF is disappointing her sister for not picking the Blue Rose. But, yeah. This is where, well, Katharina kind of got, well, picked by like a couple of magic knight captains. Of course, this is where Yami was also. Of course, then there was what's it called, Char again, and then there was the blue deer aqua, and then the purple orcas, the silver eagles, and what's it called, the the lions, the crimson lions didn't pick her. But yeah, this is where she kind of looked around, and this is where, well, the golden dawn didn't even pick her neither. But this is where, well, she then says, I go with the blue rose. This is where the blue rose says, yes, I got another one. This is where, well, Yuna was very disappointed in the fact that the golden dawn didn't pick her, because her skills would have been very perfect with him, because they actually been really good at working together. Sad. And this is where, when Asta came, everyone picked their hands up. Now, this is where, well, says, you better fucking pick the golden dawn, you motherfucker. Asta, with eeny, miny, mo, ma, da 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 da. I picked the Black Bulls. This is where he was pointing only at, like, what's it called, certain captains, until he just fully picked the Black Bulls. This is where everyone wind their eyes and say, what? This is where, well, Yami chuckles and says, why will you pick me? This is where Asta says, cause I can also sense that you use darkness magic. This is where Yami chuckles and says, what a good person you are. Huh, you're pretty strong, kid. Sure, I'll take you on. This is where, well, says, you son of a bitch. This is where, well, Asta says, he flips off Yuno and says, shut the fuck up. I'm going with the fucking squad that is going to be useful to me. Now, fuck you. This is where, well, is pissed at Asta. Because Asta isn't just picking the Black Bulls. It's because he knows that the Black Bulls are kind of lazy half the time. So, there's where Asta's going to go, because he's kind of lazy also. But yeah. But of course, we go into, we'll see, well, a time skip after a while. Now, of course, this is where, well, we go into mostly, the Black Bulls bringing 4 people along. But yeah. The blue, well, Rose managed to bring a couple people along also, and brought 2 powerful members, well, 2 powerful female members. Now, of course, well, the others managed to just bring a couple members that weren't as strong as the people who literally went into actual strong, stronger Magic Knight squads, except for Junko and Asta, because they don't understand why they pick literally Yami. Of course, Char didn't mind, because she still has respect for Yami. But yeah. But hidden. This is where, well, everyone else is just quite annoyed. But yeah, this is where we go into Asta getting into the squad and meeting up with the squad members. Of course, this is where he meets up with, what's it called, well, he meets up with, this is where, well, everyone kind of sees Asta, Junko, Noelle. Well, Noelle is hiding behind some trees. But of course, then there's also another girl who kind of joined. Now, of course, she's from a different village. But of course, well, she has a grimoire that kind of has, well, 4 leaves. And it's kind of on bluish fire. And of course, where she has dark hair. And of course, her eyes are bluish color. Of course, this is where she has like this darkness color aura around her. With bluish flames, but yeah. Or, well, no, not her. No. Actually, it's a different person. This person, I'm actually thinking, now that I thought about it, is another OC character, somewhat. But this character is someone from also One Piece. She has what they call reddish hair, whitish hair, her eyes are purple, and of course she seems to have wings behind her, but pretty much Asta can't tell if they're actually real wings or fake wings. But he doesn't care. And kind of noticed this girl to, what's it called, wear this whitish dress, but yeah. Now, of course, well, she has this big smile in her face. Of course, this is where she kind of has her hair kind of put into like some bow tie or whatever. But yeah, design. So of course, this is where Asta for some reason remembers something from his past life. Uta. Shank's daughter, isn't it? This is where he thinks about it in his head. Until, well, she introduced herself to be Uta. This is where, well, Asta widens his eyes and says, wait. What is her grimoire? This is where grimoire shows to be kind of having a 5-leaf grimoire, and of course one of the leaves is kind of darker than the other 4, but yeah. But of course, where, well, it's kind of just a bunch of random colors and other things like reddish blue, whatever, and it's kind of clouds. It looks like to be dream magic or whatever. But yeah, this is where Uta says, my magic is dream magic. This is where, well, Literally, when Yami heard that, he says, "Why didn't you choose the pink flamingos? Your magic is literally with the pink flamingos." Never mind, I don't care. This is where, when he kind of introduced the other two, mostly Junko introduced herself. She says her name is Junko, and her magic is emotion magic. This is where people say, "Damn, and she has a 5-leaf grimoire? She must be damn strong." This is where, when Asta introduced himself, Asta says, "The name is Asta, or you can call me Blackbeard." No, I'm just kidding. He didn't really say that name. He mostly said that his name is Asta, and his magic is 2 different element magics. Darkness and earthquake. This is where, well, all of them looks at him because he actually has a dual magic ability. And of course they says, "How the fuck did you join? And why the fuck did you join?" Asta says, "One reason. Him." He points at Yami. Everyone then thinks about it. Yami does have darkness magic. Fuck. Is that the only reason you joined? Yes. This is where, well, Yami says, "I respect the choice." This is where everyone says, "Yeah, you would." This is where, well, this is where Magna says, "Whatever, fight me." This is where he says, "You have to go into this before you get the black bolt thing." And this is where, well, Vanessa says, "You 2 girls don't need her." This is where Junko says, "Oh, really?" This is where, well, Uta says, "Okay." This is where, well, when we go into the fight between, well, Magna and Asta, this is where Magna rushes and throws a lot of fireball shots at Asta. And Asta, he isn't getting hit. Darkness is literally erupting from his hand. He's easily just taking all of it. He's taking all the hits into his darkness. This is where, well, he says, "Black hole absorb." This is where, not black hole absorb, black hole pull. This is where he pulls Magma towards him. This is where he then puts his hand into a quake bubble and says, "Say good night to life." And, well, not good night to life. He says, "Good night for you." This is where he says, "Time for you to go blackout." Bah! He punches Magna in the face, and Magna's knocked the fuck out. He's gone. This is where Luck wanted to fight him, and this is where Luck literally tried to fight against, well, Asta. And Asta didn't mind because he just uses darkness to just stop, what's it called? Well, mostly uses darkness around him. He says darkness dome, or mostly darkness floor. This is where, when Luck was running at him and got towards the darkness, because he was just confused, but he didn't care. Of course, when he was getting towards Asta and punched him in the face, he realized his lightning armor is gone. He says, "Wait, what happened?" This is where Asta says, "Oh, I should mention one thing. My darkness can nullify any magic." He said it with this evilish grin. This is where, well, Luck says, "Oh, yeah, you just got into my dome. You're an idiot." This is where, well, Yami notices and saw, that's actually incredible. His darkness magic is completely different from his darkness magic. This is where, well, Asta says, "Now it's time for you to feel pain." This is where, well, Luck says, "What do you mean?" This is where Asta's hand became darkened, and he punched the shit out of, well, Luck. This is where Luck was sent into trees. This is where Asta didn't hold back in that punch. This is where Yami says, "He's also physically strong. Damn, boy! This kid is going to be the perfect me." This is where, well, everyone says, "The perfect what?" This is where, well, look, Yami says, "Oh, did I say that out loud? I mean, look at that! It's a flying bird." This is the bird flies by. This is where, well, everyone says, "What?" This is where Yami, like, dips on all of them. This is where everyone says, "What the fuck?" This is where, well, Vanessa says, "Well, ara. You did pretty well there, Asta." This is where she then puts, what's it called, the magic rope cloak around him, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta says, "Can you make it longer, or do I have to make it this short?" This is where she says, "How long do you want it to be?" Similar to that, like a coat. I don't really mind it to be a coat. This is where, well, she says, "Pacific detail, pirate coat." This is where, well, he kind of asks her to this, and pretty much it just looks like a pirate coat. This is where Asta says, this is where Asta literally just looks a little bit closer towards Blackbeard, but yeah, with the coat, but yeah. This is where, well, he just needs the red fucking shirt, mostly the red button-up shirt, what's it called, no shirt underneath, the green kind of cargo pants or shorts or whatever, and black boots, just to look straight up like Blackbeard. But of course, he's not gonna kind of look like a pirate just yet, okay? But of course, where, well, also says, "But other than that, thanks for the coating." This is where, well, Vanessa nodded. This is where she licks her lips and says, "And by the way, you look pretty handsome." This is where, well, Asta says, "I'm good." This is where, well, she said, "I didn't even say anything. I'm good anyway." This is where, well, she kind of sighs and says, "Ah, fine." This is where, well, Asta just kind of smiles at her and just says, yeah, I'm good. This is where, well, Junko and for some reason Uta kind of got a little bit jealous when Reynosa was getting close to Asta like that. This is where, well, luckily Asta wasn't crazy enough to date some older lady. He doesn't even know how old she is, but he doesn't care. This is where, well, Asta kind of just looks around. Of course, he can sense Noelle behind him in the trees, and Noelle is just so impressed with his magic, his power and magic. She basically thinks he's a noble because his face structure is not looking that for the as a commoner. This is where, well, she really thinks that he's actually a noble or something, maybe an ex-noble or something. And this is where, well, she never heard of Asta's name, and he didn't say anything about his last name. So either he doesn't have one or he does have one. Just hiding. That's what she thinks. This is where, well, we go into a time skip, well, tomorrow. And of course, this is where the next day happens. And of course, this is where, well, Magna literally tries to make Asta do chores. Asta doesn't do them. He does, well, somewhat. He does them really quick. He's actually very fast. Of course, when they went to kind of feed the animals, or mostly the huge, scary animals, Asta has Conqueror's Hawking right now, making them fear him. And of course, making them bow down to him. Of course, when Magna gets close, he almost get eaten. But yeah, this is where, well, when they're walking, this is where, well, Magna says, damn, dude, you're saying you're 16, you're that tall? That fucking sucks. This is where, well, Magna's a little bit shorter than Asta. I think Magna was like 5'7" or 6", I don't remember. But I think he's 19, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, this is where, well, Noelle appears and says, This is where, well, Magna says, who are you? This is where Noelle grabs Asta from the hand and literally drags him outside. This is where Asta was confused. So like, hold the fuck up, bitch. What the hell are you doing? This is where, well, Noelle says, tell me, Asta-san. This is where Asta says, first, stop with the formality. I don't want any of that. What do you want exactly? Asta said with a very cold tone. Noelle was caught off guard a little bit, but she then goes on. Tell me, are you a noble? This is where Asta looks at her, narrows his eyes, and then goes on to say, no, I'm not a noble. This is where Noelle says, but that can't be. You have so much mana, and your magic is stronger than ever. Asta says, so what? I'm not a noble. I'm basically, I don't even know what I am. I don't really know. I lost my memories when I was younger, so shit, I don't remember. This is where he lies, but yeah. This is where, well, he's keeping something secret. Very secret that not even the viewers will ever get to find out. This is where, well, I'm just kidding, but let me go back to what if. But of course, the where, well, Noelle kind of looks at him, these narrow eyes trying to calculate in what if he's lying or not. Asta looks at her with these indifferent look, and this is where he said, if that's all you came here to talk to me, then go away. Asta walks past her and just literally goes back to his room. Of course, gets lost. Almost gets lost. Luckily, he managed to find himself meeting up with, what's it called? Well, meeting up with, what's his name? Meeting up with Henry. Of course, where when he meet up with Henry, this is where, well, he uses darkness magic around him to nullify the kind of absorbing magic. This is where, well, he kind of basically talks to Henry most of the time and literally became friends that day. Of course, where they hear like a, what's it called? Well, most of since the magic kind of going out of, well, there's some magic, tons of magic building up and going out of control. And this is where Asta noticed and say, what the hell? This is where Henry says, what is happening? My friend, this is where Asta says, it seems that someone lost control of their magic. I need to go. This is where, well, Henry nodded. He makes a pathway to go outside faster. And this is where Asta says, thank you. This is where he kind of runs outside. Literally kind of, well, kind of jumps outside and kind of gets towards what's happening. This is where he sees the group. And this is where all of them sees, well, Noelle out of control. This is where Asta says, damn, is she crazy? Damn it. This is where he says, darkness, darkness, no me. Darkness dome. Nullify magic. This is where everyone noticed the darkness dome, and this is where, well, the darkness dome managed to nullify the magic, just destroy the water bubble. This is where Noelle was falling. She falls through the darkness because the darkness isn't supposed to, like, catch anyone physically. And this is where Asta says, damn it. This is where Asta jumps pretty high up in the air and caught her. And of course, this is where he then lands down to the ground. Of course, this is where he lands on his, what's it called, not feet. He mostly lands on his, like, ass, but of course, he just lands, managed to catch her brighter side. Asta says, damn, are you fucking crazy? This is where Asta kind of scold her, and this is where Noelle kind of blushes. Of course, she's in bridal style, but of course, this is where she's blushing, and of course, nervous with Asta because she did kind of lose control. Asta says, "Oh my god, if you need mana training and controlling your magic, I'll be the best fit to help you, but it comes at a cost." This is where Noelle blushes, thinking this might be perverted or something. Asta says, "You stop bothering me with this formality stuff. I am not formal, so please just stop doing that." This is where Noelle confused. Of course, she nods slowly, but yeah. Asta gets up, of course, that's where he kind of puts her down the ground slowly, and then of course gets up, gives her a hand, of course, like wiping him off with dirt from his like pants and other things. And this is where, well, Noelle takes it, and of course she lifts up. This is where everyone in the whole group right now looks at Asta with these amazed eyes. First, he's physically strong. Second, his magic literally can nullify anyone's magic easily with his darkness. It's similar to Yami, the darkness, but it's the different type of ability it has. Nullifying magic so easily. And then, last but not least, his earthquake magic. Well, they haven't seen it, but they want to see it. This is where, well, Asta says no first. Thank you for those compliments, I guess so. And third, no, I'm not gonna let you see my earthquake magic unless it's something serious I need to use it for. But other than that, yeah. This is where, well, they all sadden, but of course they all get excited because maybe they will get to see in the near future. This is where, well, Asta, he then kind of just shook his head and blah blah blah. This is where, well, Noelle was just amazed. He was able to cancel out the magic that was, well, she lost control. And Asta said that she would, well, he would basically help her with her magic. She kind of felt happier a little bit. This is where Uta and Junko noticed how he did it pretty fast. Of course, this is where, well, he acted pretty fast and very heroic. Even though in his past life he wasn't a heroic warrior. Instead, he was mostly an evil warrior that was set to destroy everything, to want to rule it all. But yeah. Right now his goals are different because, well, he did kind of get his dream literally crushed by Monkey D. Luffy. But yeah. But of course, well, he didn't care. He just nodded and shook his head and blah blah blah. And of course, well, we go into a time skip later on. Mostly both Yami and Magna still lost a lot of loot and had to go to kind of tell them to go and help some boars and other stuff. This is where, well, Asta was going. He kind of knew the direction because he remembered kind of going there on accident. He does remember the old man now that they're talking about because he remembered beating him in actual poker. But yeah, this is where, well, he does tell them that he knows where it is at. Of course, Noelle's coming along just to train in her mana. And of course, mostly magic entirely. And this is where, well, Junko would have came, but this is where mostly Uta decided to come along. So yeah. Junko stayed back beside, but this is where, well, she was mostly talking to, well, Vanessa, but yeah. Mostly the other girl that was mostly there. Of course, Vanessa's kind of an alcoholic, but she doesn't really mind, well, Vanessa being an alcoholic, when she literally has a sister who's a battle maniac. So, it's nothing different to her. Just insane and crazy there, but whatever. But other than that, this is where us and the others get there, but this is where Asta noticed a mist kind of barrier. This is where he then told, what's it called, Uta and Noelle to see if they would be fine to take out the boars. This is where, well, they kind of look at him strange, but this is where Asta says, don't worry, I'll be coming back. This is where, well, they kind of nod, shake their head slowly and say, okay. This is where Asta disappears, still on the broom, but this is where he landed towards the darkness mist, or mostly the mist. This is where he says, darkness barrier, nullify magic. This is where darkness barrier appears over the mist magic barrier and destroys in an instant. This is where, when the mist was like disappearing, the three, mostly three of the Eye of the Midnight were confused. This is where they say, how? How did our magic get destroyed? And what is that darkness barrier? This is where everyone is confused. The older man is saying, I will not let you hurt my people. I don't know what you're talking about, Magic Stone. I don't understand. This is where, well, the ice user says, whatever, I will defeat you now. This is where he sends an ice sword, multiple ice swords straight to the old man until darkness appears right now in front of the older man, destroying and nullifying the ice spears. This is where he says, you know, that's pretty rude of you to attack an older elderly man. Hey, old man, how you doing? This is where the older man says, Asta. This is where Asta says, how dare you hurt people for their own selfish ambitions? You know what, that really pisses me off. And you know what I'm gonna do to you people? This is where all three of them looks at him right now, just winding their eyes because he's the darkness user who nullified their magic, or mostly the leader's magic. This is where Asta says, I'm about to destroy you in an instant. Asta makes his hand right now go into a bubble. Well, not even a bubble. This is where he grabs the air. This is where he twisted the air. He makes the air twist into a kind of circle. And this is where, well, an earthquake right now ripples through the air, grabbing all three of them. And right now kind of pushing them up in the air right now, just wind their eyes. Like a wave of potion air just smash into them. This is where, well, the earthquake, well, mostly, yes, the ground underneath them, they kind of crack and almost they all fall. This is where, well, they fall into, well, mostly he rips the air, he calls his magic sinkhole. So, of course, the ground underneath them literally broke and they fall into it and they got buried alive. Literally, Asta didn't care. So, of course, where Asta says, hey, old man, you okay? This is where, well, the older man says, Asta, thank you again for helping us. This is where, well, Asta says, no problem, old man. Besides, lucky for you, I'm with the Black Bull, so I actually got here to save you, old man, or before you would have kicked the bucket too early. This is where the older man says, ha 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 ha, yes, I understand. Wait, you joined the Black Bulls? And I did kind of bet we were captain and took all their shit. Nope, I just noticed that. Yeah, I just noticed that when they got back. They really suck at gambling, don't they? This is where the old man says, well, they suck at gambling, but I definitely suck at gambling against you. This is Asta chuckles and says, don't worry, old man, I'm not here to gamble. I'm here to notice the strange magic signature that I'm looking at the building. Can I check at it? This is where, well, the old man says, yes. Asta says, sorry, I don't have any healing magic, so sorry about that. The older man says, no, I'm fine. This is where, well, Asta went to check on the building and thus found what's it called, this weird magic gem. It's bluish, and of course, this is where it's given the strange magic signature. This is where he then kind of puts it into the grimoire. Not grimoire, he kind of says, Dimension Barrier Magic. This is where Darkness Dome. This is where a Darkness Dome appears around the gem, and of course brings it into a dimension full of darkness. This is where Asta says, whatever, I'll be taking anything. This is where before he lets the barrier close, well, mostly not barrier, mostly the dimension, he kind of grabs a pot of gold and other stuff, comes back out, and this is where he kind of, like, has it behind him. This is where he says, here, old man. That's where the old man says, wait, we can't accept this, Asta. This is where Asta says, no, I just took it just because I took this weird gem thing that was in that house, and I guess those three were trying to get it. This is where, well, the old man says, but we can't accept this much. Besides, this is where Asta says, this is all I can do. I don't have magic to heal you, and I can't really do anything else. I can ask my other companions who are here around destroying some of the, what's it called, the boars who has strong magic signature, but I don't know if they have healing magic. But of course, this is where, well, pretty much this is all I can do. I will ask them to come here after I help them get rid of the boars. Is that okay? This is where the older man says, yes, thank you, Asta, again, for everything. Asta says, no problem, old man. Besides, I can't make you kick the bucket too early, can I? This is where, well, the old man says, yeah, stop calling me old. How can I not call you old? You're literally like my grandfather's age. Fucking 500 years. This is where the old man says, okay, screw you, brat. This is where Asta chuckles and just kind of walks away. Makes the darkness domain just disappear. This is where, well, mostly the dome. This is where, well, he then walks away and kind of gets his broom and flies off. Now his broom is literally just a black oak kind of broom. And of course he's flying towards where now he feels magic getting lost out of control. This is where the magic might have lost out of control and might have destroyed a bunch of boars. And this is where Uta's trying to help her and wish Asta was here. This is where Asta says, darkness touch. Nullify magic. He touches the dome and it just pops. This is where no one was about to like hit the ground until she then got pulled up towards Asta. Asta caught, mostly caught her again and brought us up. and landed on the ground. This is where he kind of puts her down and says, Jesus Christ, I leave you 3 or mostly 2 for only a couple of minutes. Couple of minutes is where Uta said. You literally left us for 30 minutes. What were we going to do? This is where, well, Asta says, oh, that is true. Well, I guess you can scream at me. Doesn't matter. I'll deal with the boars right now left over. This is where the boars rushes at them. This is where Asta says, good or no me. This is where Asta's hand becomes into a quake bubble. Well, not good or no me. This is where he says, darkness, style. Darkness spots. Spikes. Well, this is where darkness spots appear, and this is where he then kind of adds a second magic layer to it. They all started coming to like faster and got near the spots, and this is where he says, darkness spirit of underworld heaven. Well, mostly underworld hell. This is where multiple dark spirits just shot up from the dark spots and literally stab all the boars. Right now, they are all falling down the ground. This is where, well, Uta kind of wind her eyes and says, God damn, he's more powerful than I ever thought. This is where she winds her eyes. This is where Asta says, so, does one of you know healing magic? This is where they kind of look at him dumbfoundedly. Mostly Noel's waking up, but yeah. This is where, well, Uta says, yeah, I kind of know a couple of spells. Mostly my magic can allow it. Okay, cool. Because I need you to come with me towards the village. This is where Asta gets on the broom. And of course, this is where he picks up Noel to kind of bridal style. And this is where, well, he then asks, well, Uta if she wants to come. This is where Uta says, I can just get a flight there with my own broom. This is where she blushes very fiercely. This is where Red, mostly. This is where he says, Asta says, sure, I'll be going then. This is where, well, follow me then. This is where they get towards the village. And of course, where, well, Asta comes back with 2 other people. And of course, the old man says, I thought you would leave me here, then, old little brat. This Asta says, nah, I wouldn't let the old man kick the bucket to her easily. Uta, can you help him? He's mostly the one hurt. How did this happen? Some thugs came, mostly some bandits came, and I just wiped them out from the goddamn face of the earth. This is where, well, Uta says, what are they? You're standing over them. This is where she looks at the ground, and looks at the ground being kind of cracked, and it looks like there's a bunch of rubble under it. This is where she says, what do you mean? I buried them, alive. This is where she says, holy shit, can you not say that so crudely? Asta says, why not? It's true, by the way. I don't care. They're bandits, and they hurt the old man. The old man, I can't really let him kick the bucket too early, because his grandchildren will be way too sad. This is where the old man says, I can't tell if that's actually something that you respect about me, or it's an insult. This is where Asta says, can it be both? This is where the old man says, okay, screw you, brat. This is where, well, Asta just grinned. Screw you too, old man. This is where, well, mostly Noel and Uta are managing to get back to, well, the Black Bull kind of, well, base. Of course, this is where, well, Asta is right now on a different broom, mostly a broom that he managed to kind of grab, mostly thanks to the others, mostly at the village. He's right now letting Noel kind of try to ride on that broom, mostly his own broom. But this is where, well, she is trying, but she's messing up, and this is where Asta is using his darkness to nullify her magic, or mostly mana down to a certain level, to control it to that basic level, and then go up and up and up. This is where, well, she's trying, and of course she's kind of messing up at the same time, but she's still trying. This is where, well, Uta says, don't you also have to be concentrated to kind of fly? Asta says, kinda, maybe. I'm right now helping her trying to, I'm concentrating myself to literally stop her from mana and magic to go a while. This is where, well, Uta says, you don't seem like a bad person, she says. Asta looks at her and says, why? You thought I was some kind of thug lover enemy or something like that? This is where she says, no, but for some reason you look like a pirate. Asta narrows his eyes at her, and this is where she kind of looks away. This is where Asta says, pirate. Okay, interesting. I never thought of that. This is where, well, Uta kind of just look away, but yeah, Asta says, if I'm a pirate, then I know damn well that your father's a pirate. But from a different world, I can't tell you if you actually know about the world that I came from. No, you can't know about it. Unless you do know about it. She must have noticed my magic is connected to the Quake Devil Fruit and also the Yami Devil Fruit. Damn it, I can't let her know that much about the old world unless she already knows about it. That would just suck. If I can remember right, her devil fruit was able to allow her to go into a dream. Probably remember everything or know everything. I don't remember what her devil fruit was exactly. I just remember it's completely broken, and I remember Shanks there fighting for his daughter, and it took a lot of people, even Monkey D. Luffy, to take out whatever devil fruit she was on or whatever bullshit. Whatever. I'll deal with her later. Whatever. This is where, well, I'll try to see if she knows anything about the old world. She probably doesn't. She probably does, but doesn't at the same time. Whatever. This is where, well, we go back into the Black Bulls, but this is where I'm actually going to end it off here for part 2 of this what if. So yeah, this is going to be part 2. I might also do part 3 in the afternoon, like in the way afternoon, probably, because I'm actually thinking of another part. But other than that, I'm going to end it off here, and then yeah, you get the point. Or maybe I'll go do what's it called? What if Naruto was a reincarnation of Benjimaru, Dabi, and Shigaraki? Now I don't care if people complain about the 3 characters. Well, 2 of them are villains, and another one is a hero. Somewhat. If you think about it, Benjimaru is also kind of a villain. He doesn't really care. He literally would throw you into a body bag and throw you into the sea. But not the point. Let me begin. Well, not begin. Why the hell do I keep saying whatever? I'm fucking about words. It's time for me to go. So yeah, well, not go to school just yet, but other than that, bye.